Yeah, you don't have to be quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Coming to you live from the luscious loins of LaPel, Indiana. It's Bullshit. Welcome to the 98th, not the 97th, not the 95th, the 98th episode of Midweek Crisis. And we got a humdinger for you tonight. Now, if you've been watching for the last few weeks, you know I'm still hunting. I'm still looking, guys. If anybody knows where the beast of Busco is, please email me at shipwreckship@outlook.com. Like-minded people like myself want to know, where is this freaking turtle? All right. Now, real quick, because of the holiday, before I introduce our guest tonight, we got Indyca up in this mother trucker. Yeah. Special video just for you guys. Check this out. I spent all day making it.
The 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So tonight we have none other than a band that I like to say has the best of both worlds. Indyca is in the house tonight, and they're going to be playing at the Hi-Fi on July 20th for the 50th, 50th Indiana Normal anniversary of Indiana Normal. And they're going to be playing with OKB. Is that as fuck or is that AF?
Oh, that's okay, Boomer.
Assorted flavors.
Assorted flavors. All right. And now help me out with this last one.
Bulletproof and the Fool.
Bulletproof and the Fool. Okay. Right on. Or yeah, it's a logo. So
I think they have to be careful because you can't really put ads out there if you have like the word, and you could probably get canceled pretty easily if you had that out there.
yeah. Oh, let's get you guys on camera. Ladies and gentlemen, Indyca. And
Hey.
James Martin as well, the artist that draws.
But he's
James.
Indyca. He's a band
Yeah.
member. We
And that was one of the things I was going to ask.
gets
Like,
the same passes as us.
hell yeah. Do you show up for band practice?
He does.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
He
That
does.
is so
He's
cool.
there every week. Yeah.
It was
That's
very
awesome.
A lot of times
serendipitous.
at practice, he's on his tablet still doing art. That's cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, but I still paint something during the set every time. It's pretty fun.
So that's what I meant, the best of both worlds, you know, because like the big push that I've been trying to do with these for a long time is music and art, not just music, but music and art. So, and I was telling you guys before the show, I was talking to a friend about your set on Saturday, and I was going to ask James to come on the podcast next week. So yeah,
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
it kind of like all pans out.
Very
So,
cool.
so yeah, I caught Indyca Saturday at
Mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
Trap.
Yeah, got to see you guys play. It's been a hot
Oh,
minute.
wow.
Like pre-pandemic, I think is the last time that I
Oh wow.
was like not
At a
just
show,
to see
yeah.
you guys play, but also since I've been to Mousetrap. So
Oh,
I think
cool.
I stopped by there once since then, but man, it was fun. Like everybody was dancing and
was a good
having a
time.
good time.
We
I
enjoyed it.
got some pickles.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man, the
was
food at the
delicious.
Mousetrap.
And
Can't beat it.
Rockstead was incredible.
Yeah,
They
Rockstead.
really
I
were.
love Rockstead.
Yeah, I got to see maybe half their set before we had to take off, but
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
they were rocking out for sure.
Yeah.
So when did you guys form? When did Indyca start?
Oh gosh, I guess it was like 2009, 2010, around there. It was me and some buddies down in Columbus, all kind of had a shared love for reggae music. So we started jamming, and I eventually brought in my brother and my friend Blake to play bass and drums with us, and we did our thing for probably 4 or 5 years as the quartet, or the five of us, I guess. So there's five, yeah, there's five of us, and then eventually we got asked to open up for the Wailers at the Vogue. It's like, we need something. We got to be cooler than we already are. We got to make something, special about the show. And so we hit up Alicia and asked her to start singing with us, and the rest is history from there.
Yeah.
And then James's story is actually a little different.
Mm.
Alicia and I were doing a little acoustic duo at it was like a street fair for an art thing, and
In our community.
we both got placed at the same location, him to live paint and us to perform. So we met actually doing what we still do today, but we didn't plan it that night. And it was that night that we had the realization that we should just do this.
Yeah.
You come with us, it makes sense. We got, here's your next show. And I gave
It
him
was
the
a
schedule.
weird coincidence too, because I had actually was painting live in the park the week before, and Alicia was walking her dog through the park, and I put their dog, Lichetto, I put him in the painting. And then a week later, I'm meeting them, and she's like, "That's my dog." And I was like, "Oh no, it was at the park last week." She was like, "I walked my dog." And she was wearing a dress that night. There was a red dress, and I had painted a lady that was in a red dress that wasn't actually there. I just added her. She's the one person that wasn't actually in the park. And she was like, "You painted me from the future. You have to paint at our show." I think it was that night or something like that, or that weekend.
And then
It's been every show.
So we branded him right on the chest and everything.
Hell yeah.
I went to paint for another
to be an
band.
Indyca, you must be branded.
Yep.
I went to paint for another band, and Alicia didn't. She was like, "I really hope you do well," something like that.
Whatever.
Well, but the tone was like, maybe you shouldn't paint for someone else. So then she was like, "I think
No.
we're gonna have to make him part of the band."
To be honest, my favorite piece that you ever did was for Dakota. And I
Oh, yeah, that
totally
was a good
I
one.
totally wanted you to be on that one.
Yep.
And that's what
She
was
made
that
sure to
the
go to that show
Yeah,
and
no.
make sure
I
nothing
did.
crazy
I
She's
went
actually
for that
very
show.
supportive. She's my biggest
Yeah,
fan.
no.
That was
That's
fun.
actually one of my favorite pieces. That was like a mountain piece.
Yeah.
I think it's radical. Like I've seen people paint on like during a set before, like paint or do a physical form of art during a band set, but not like in the band. I think I don't know. I just
That's
think that's amazing.
I mean, I can't take full credit for it. I mean, I guess when I was younger, I would see it in like the festy crowds, more the jam band scene. You'd see that quite a bit. I guess maybe not as organized as Always With Them. Maybe that was on the fly, that single
Yeah.
show thing. But truly a band called Tropodelic, who they've started to pick up a decent name for themselves in the last few years. We actually saw them do it at one point too. And, we've always looked up to them as a band. So
Hell yeah.
it's kind of one of those things. It made sense.
Taking notes.
And it changes how I painted. Like as I was painting the first time and their music was playing, I was like, this is completely changed, like speeding up my painting process. And even since then, my whole process has changed because of the music. And you can see when you look at the paintings, you can hear their music. Or if you know their music, you can figure out, oh yeah, this is when they were rap. Like when she starts rapping, my brush is flying.
Oh yeah.
It fuels the process.
We'll start
It's pretty
miking his
cool.
brush so he can be a little
Yeah.
auxiliary percussion guy.
That'd be great.
So, and what year did you join the band, James?
It's 2019.
So 2019.
Well, that was when I started painting with them.
So 5 years, and then you started in 12.
Around then, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems about right.
Yeah,
And
we,
then-
we started, it was around 2008, 2009, somewhere around there when we started
That's
under that brand, I guess, under that name.
15 years.
Yeah.
We've been grinding.
That
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
awesome.
it's good.
and I never knew you were a Reds fan.
Yep.
When I saw your hat on Saturday, I was like, yeah, boy. And I just I made the decision in the car, like, I think I'm just gonna wear my my little sweat, my little, whatever sweatband that I like to wear. So I guess I'll have to pick on we'll just go around the room, and we'll start with you, Brandon. And how did you get into music?
Question. So my family's business, growing up, one of the guys that worked there, he I don't know, he's just a cool guy. He drove a Bug, and he carried around all this shit in the Crown Royal bag, and he always had an acoustic guitar with him. And I don't know, I just always hung out around that guy, and he started teaching me 12-bar blues, and that was what kind of got me into the guitar, I guess. Yeah, really. I played saxophone before that, but I felt like that was more of a forced thing. I think I accidentally told my mom I wanted to when I was like 6.
Oh no!
And then I got one, and then
Yeah.
it was like, you have to practice, and it was a regimen and structure, and of course, some of that carried over later in life. It was good. I'm glad I learned it, but at that time, I was like, but yeah.
Who are your inspirations as a musician?
It's kind of all over the place. Growing up, we listened just on the radio where we were. I packed parachutes, and most of my coworkers were from other countries and stuff. At the drop zone, so we would listen to a lot of reggae and a lot of, at that time it was right when the rave scene was just I feel like really at its peak before dubstep and before all that kind of came into the picture. So it was a lot of 90s, like back with Darude, and remember those bands, that kind of almost house music or whatever they call it. Yeah,
I heard you guys cover some Sublime.
I do a lot of Sublime. That was probably my number one. That was my band. That was the one I followed the most.
I love Sublime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just leave it at that.
Yep. Yeah, me too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and hearing those songs, I was just like, man, this is perfect too, especially with how you guys sing together.
Yeah.
It was and didn't you do? I'm pretty sure you did the one that they did with Gwen, right?
We did. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
We do
because hell yeah.
If I didn't do medleys,
compilation.
that was like a mashup of 3 Sublime songs. So if I didn't do medleys, we'd just be doing Sublime all night. So you got to do it. But yeah, we mashed that up with it's Don't Push into Garden Grove into Sol Red. That's what we did. Yeah.
I gotta say, there's something really cool about my position in the band is that there's lots of times at band practice, I just get to sit and listen, and I'm sitting there thinking, was there anyone that was at Sublime's practices or something like that would be like, I'm getting a private show to one of the greatest bands? And when I'm obviously biased, but it feels like this is a great sound altogether.
Well, we feel like that with you too, James.
Thank you.
It's mutually beneficial.
It really is a
symbiotic.
Yeah, I have so much free art in my house. It's not even crazy.
That's true. Follow me around.
I'm just one of his showrooms.
I pay for the art myself.
He's run out of room, so my living room and our office too.
Yeah. Sorry, Brandon. You gotta love my art. It's gonna be everywhere.
Well, we're a bit of art collectors, and I've purchased probably more pieces from James than anyone else, but I've got one of James's pieces in between my Salvador Dali and my Picasso.
Yeah.
So I think James is the best.
Put that on my resume
and smoke it.
Hey. So, is it Alicia or Alicia?
Alicia.
Alicia.
Or Alicia, just
if
not
you want
Alicia.
to get a rise out of her,
Alicia.
My sister calls me Alicia just
Or
to irritate me,
Alicia.
but it's Alicia.
Okay, so I said it right.
Yeah, you
All
did.
right.
Good job.
And I'm
Love it.
really bad with names. So how did you get into music?
So, I guess it's always just kind of been a thing. My mom used to always encourage me to write and, go out into nature and just write a poem. So it was really inherent to me. She kind of nurtured that part of my soul in a way that was really freeing. But I started in hip hop. I used to open up for Project Pat, Little White, Too Short, those kinds of names, and I just wasn't really fulfilled with the type of music I was playing, like the content. And so when I found reggae, I was like, oh, this is great, because this is a space that still has like a really cool vibe and like a really cool jam, but also it's got such a positive message or an uplifting message, or even a message that's like, hey, let's have social movement, let's have a change, and kind of nurturing that. And so I found it connected with sort of my thesis of kind of trying to reform cannabis. And then it was all downhill from there with Brandon and joining Normal.
Hell yeah.
And that's a big part of what we do in Indyca too. A lot of the shows that we've played, any show that we've played for Indiana Normal has been totally free. We donate our time, and that's for the cause. We have hired a lobbyist for the last 2 years for Indiana Normal because we're not a referendum state. We don't have a ballot initiative. So in order for us to really implement change, we have to fight for that, and we have to educate legislators, and we have to keep someone in there. Andy, who is our lobbyist, he has like 10 years of experience in the Senate. And so he's really a great ally at the State House to help educate some of these legislators that have been really difficult to kind of change their tune on it. So that's why we got involved, because we wanted to help generate money for the movement. And we feel like we've been able to really accomplish that.
That is awesome. Hell yeah. Well said. Yes. So what inspired you? Who are your inspirations musically?
So many. Billie Holiday, Alicia Keys. Nowadays, I would say that even like Kendrick Lamar. I love Kendrick Lamar so much. I also love Peter Tosh. I love Nas. I love. There's just too many artists for me to even say.
I love that you love hip hop. Like we haven't gotten to you, James, but I'm betting you got any hip hop love in you.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I love hip hop. So
I love
it's
hip-hop.
very rare to get hip hop enthusiasts, which
Yes.
means I need more hip hop artists on the podcast.
Yes.
If you're listening.
Agreed.
Yeah. So James, when did you start painting? What got you into physical art?
Well, so my whole life I'd had like extreme anxiety, and like at a young age, that's what silenced it all. What I would go into either a doodle or whatever. And my mom, like, she just was wonderful. She would always be like, "This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen," and show every person she knows, "This is amazing."
Oh, that's awesome.
So it boosted my ego, and so I just felt I was a creator my whole life. And kindergarten is whenever I guess I created to soothe myself, and my art teacher took it, entered it into the art contest, and I was like, "Oh, that's for my mom. I drew that for my mom." And she was like, "I'll give it back to you. You can give it to your mom." Like, I don't want to show it to anybody. They entered it, it won the contest, and it was like, I guess, where they made it into a Christmas card, and it got sent to the President of the United States, and they made a big deal about it, and they made a whole school convention, had me come out on stage and talk about it's the most embarrassing thing that had happened to me. And so it was like, you would think I would never want to be an artist, but despite being embarrassing and being in front of a crowd, I was like, I have to keep creating, and it never stopped. And it may be different forms throughout my life, sketching, drawing, but painting's where it's at right now. Who knows where it'll go from here, but being creative and really trying to inspire people to love themselves more by creating the art. What, like, music is art, writing, dancing, all of it. Just get it out and do it more, please.
Absolutely.
So if everybody at home noticed, the camera went out. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break while I fix that. And here is a word from our sponsor, the Button Guy, with music from Third Rail.
Get know, my favorite type of weed was cocaine. 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 Cocaine.
You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. With the French toast. I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen. Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lit? Oh, you kumquat! You're still overreacting when I put your convertible into a wood chipper, stinking extinct face. Uh-oh. You hobo.
Oh yeah, Daddy.
Cocaine. 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 Cocaine.
And we're back. Just like that. Well, guys, if you're just tuning in, let's see here. Not this weekend, but on July
20th.
20th. That's my sister's birthday.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what you guys should do for her birthday?
Get her
Bring
tickets.
everyone.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're on the guest list.
For the 50th anniversary of Indiana Normal, Indyca is in the house tonight. They're going to be playing that show with OKB, AF, and help me out, Alicia.
Okay, so this is going to be OK Boomer, Assorted Flavors, and Bulletproof and the Fool.
Is it Bulletproof the Fool? I think it's Bulletproof the Fool.
Okay, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure. But if you go hashtag BTF, yeah, Bulletproof and the Fool.
USC. I'm just kidding.
But also Leslie Red is going to be performing with us, and she is
Yeah.
absolutely incredible, like powerhouse vocalist, one of my
Like
dearest
a
friends.
collab.
Yeah, she's going to be playing with us that day. So
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
she's really well known in the reggae community as well.
She's
so,
got an amazing voice.
yeah, so everybody.
You guys have amazing voices.
Thank you.
I was like, whoa. Because you have, like, both of you have that, I don't know how to say it, but control.
Oh,
Like
thanks.
super control of your voice. Kind of like I don't know how to say it. It's like voice acting in a way. Like, you know, like radio people will talk like this into the microphone. Like
Yeah.
you guys both have that unique ability to like not just control your voice, but throw your voices too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're both really good at singing.
Thank you.
It's kind of insane. It's actually unfair.
I
It's not
appreciate
fair that two people could sing so fucking well
so
I
nice.
and be in a
appreciate that.
band. Yeah. And you guys had 2 new songs that you played, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
What are the names of those?
Midwest.
Midwest was one, and what was the other one? What was the other one we're doing? Oh, it was Dreamin'.
Oh yeah, if I'm
Yeah.
dreaming.
Dreamin'.
And we added a part called Pásame la mota, way, which means pass me the weed, dude.
I was gonna say I have no idea what you're saying right now.
It's to the song called Rich Coast, which means Costa Rica.
Yeah,
and
and
so
song we wrote about Costa Rica, so we
yeah.
had to put something. I felt
inspired by
authentic
my
in
dear
it.
friend Elvira.
Mm. Yeah. So what style would you tell people that actually
You know,
hold on, let me
you know what I'm curious?
How would you-
How would you describe us? Because I've wondered this.
so to me, I felt like you guys were definitely like had that rag however you say it sound.
Reggae sound.
Rag, yeah. And it's funny because like I actually do listen to it. My one of my friends listened to it like who did Bob Marley
Mhm.
all the time. And I was married for a long time to someone that listened to Bob Marley. So I know some Bob Marley, but I just can't say it. I don't know why.
That's funny.
But yeah, I would definitely say like a mix between reggae and pop because you
Yeah.
guys have that kind of rock sound,
Mhm.
but also reggae sound.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah.
So
Reggae
rock.
pop.
Yeah. But yeah. I don't know. It's unique though. And that's the thing is like when you brought James up on stage, I was like, what? Like now this is getting wild. This is getting wild because you could sense the hip hop, you could sense like the reggae,
Yeah.
you could sense that rock upbeat sound. And then now you got a live fucking painter. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, man, I
Yeah.
needed to like write something up on this.
Thank you.
And then I was like, you know what? Let me get him in on the podcast. So
Nice.
yeah.
Just-
And I just yeah, I was blown away by you guys. So
Appreciate that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks you for coming out, supporting.
Thanks for driving all the way to fucking lapel. I used to ask
It's
people how their
cool
drive
here.
was. but-
What's the state of cannabis like in Lapel?
oh, here?
Like, are your cops cool? Is it a good
Oh,
district? Like, what's it like here?
There are very few cops,
Oh, that's nice.
and they are. I mean, they seem pretty cool to me,
The Wild
but
West.
they are definitely the types that will pull somebody over if they don't know that car.
Yeah.
Like,
It's that small.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's that small. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're in
This could be
Madison.
good,
This is
too.
Madison, so
Madison, okay.
yeah, we're barely inside of Madison County right now.
What's up to all the Madison people if you're on the podcast?
Oh yeah, and I don't fraternize with the local folks. So
Oh, right on.
I try.
Okay.
I try
Forget
not.
you guys.
Yeah. Fuck y'all, motherfuckers. No, lapel. We're cool. We're cool, lapel. Actually, I should be having Pax Verum or Vax Parum, however you say it, in the house here in a couple of weeks. They run a distillery down the street. Anyways,
nice.
we should check out these comments because I have not barely touched on them at all. So Allie chimed in. I haven't seen Indyca in forever. I saw them at Thirsty Scholar years ago.
Wow,
Oh, wow, Thirsty Scholar.
Allie. I love you, Allie. Wow, it's been so long. That's crazy.
You know, I heard a rumor Thirsty Scholar was going to open back up.
I
feel
know,
like
and they
that
never
fizzled
did.
away and
Why?
it never did.
Where was that?
It was so
Did I
good.
see? Am I
Downtown.
crazy?
It was downtown.
Yeah,
They had
it
like
kind
this
of north of downtown, right? Just north of
near
downtown.
the Melody Inn.
It was near south,
Just south of the
south of the
Mel.
Mel, north of downtown.
Okay.
Somewhere in
Yeah.
that sphere.
Best coffee, best little like treats, snacks, little olive trays.
Oh, their olives were
Dude,
so good.
so good.
They have this concoction, just like I'd like, three different types of olives in it, and it's wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, Shannon's on there too.
Yeah.
What's up, Shannon?
You guys know Shannon?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
We go way back. Love
That's
her.
my fam right there. Hell yeah. Love you, Shannon.
Love you.
Kimberly Bell says, you are all going great work. My mom spoke of your group with pride. Love that all of you are fighting for Indy's rights. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Your mom
Cool.
sounds cool.
What's
Mhm.
up? Kimberly's mom.
It's got it going on.
The Glass Mule, Christopher Childers with the Glass Mule. He's a sponsor. He's been a long-time
Yes.
sponsor.
Love that dude.
Is that one of your influences, James?
Oh, he's Chris Childers actually had some of my paintings up in his gallery, the Glass
He did, yeah.
Mule. Yeah, and helped sell several of them.
I think he just
And
got an award too. 'Cause he's got a
amazing art
location, I
all-
believe, out in Vegas. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I just say they got amazing art inside of there, all kinds of stuff.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. I did not get to that because of the camera cut off. So dang live podcast is how it goes.
Because my inspirations, though, artistically, would be like obviously Bob Ross, and then some like Rothko, and big paintings that were more focused on how they felt and how they looked. That was a big change for me. And then, all of the Picasso and what was the other one you have in your gallery?
Oh, Salvador Dali.
Dali, yes,
Yeah.
Dali. The way he just was like, I'm going to take everything and just change it a little bit, make people stop and think. Like that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing as artists. We want people to just stop and for a moment be here now, but also here now with whatever we've put together, whether music or a painting or whatever it is. It's pretty cool. We could share a moment, even long after we're gone. Somebody can embrace something we created here in the now. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Live in the now, man.
Live in the now.
That's it. That's all
Where's
we
that
got,
uncle?
baby.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, thanks, Shannon. Love you too. How did you guys meet Shannon and Arthur?
Festival somewhere, I'm sure.
I knew
they're
them
big music
before.
supporters.
Yeah, I've known them for years before even Indyca. I don't even know where we met.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Fountain Square years ago.
Yeah, indie music scene.
Yeah.
Some festival, some show somewhere.
They're good people.
They're great.
I love them.
Yeah.
They're like family.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I will say, getting on the topic of just like transitioning back into the political purpose of this event too, we will be having Prosecutor Ryan Mears. He's the prosecutor for Marion County, He'll be speaking at 7 o'clock at the 50th anniversary. And this is the second time he's spoken at one of our events, but this is the first time it was announced prior to. So that's crucial because the news will actually be there. Wish TV is going to be there. WIBC is going to be there. Abdul, he'll be there. And then Mitch Gore will be present. He'll be speaking just after Prosecutor Ryan Mears. So 7 o'clock is really the prime time to be there and watching those historic things happen. Last year, Ryan Mears said, there's nothing illegal about smoking cannabis in Indiana. And, it's like the crowd just uproared. And it was a really historic event. And Fountain Square has kind of always been known as that, like, kind of green light, safe space for you to be yourself in Indiana. And so we're really excited. It will be historic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So when do the doors open then that night?
So the doors are at 4:20, but it really will start around 5 o'clock. It'll be over by 10 o'clock. James will be painting live. The last showcase he painted live at the Indiana Cannabis Awards. Similar type of event, different. There won't be so many awards, but there will be some awards given out to some of the founders for Indiana Normal and some of the different people. Oops. I shouldn't have probably said that. But there will be a lot of different awards given out to people, so that'll be exciting.
So while we're on the subject, if we were to legalize marijuana in the state of Indiana, how do you think the impact would be?
Well, I think that we have to be really careful with the terms that we use because some people are like, we want to decriminalize cannabis. Some people are like, we only want it for medicinal. Some people are like, well, we want to legalize it. And in Indiana, we really have to make sure that first things first, our sick have access. So like your veterans, your kids with epilepsy, your people that have psychosis, different people that just are like, I have to have this. Because our legislators here in Indiana are incredibly conservative. They have been. We're a red state. We're probably always going to be a red state for maybe not always, but for a very long time. It's just predominantly what this state is encompassed with. So we have to come at it from a space that's kind of, we need to be willing to make baby steps for these people. At the same time, we need to be strongly advocating for cannabis, even though we are willing to take those baby steps with them. So I think that the first thing first, we need to decriminalize. Decriminalization is number one. That's what we've done in Marion County. It's been incredibly effective. Ryan Mears is like, we are not going to prosecute anything over 2 ounces.
I totally forgot that it was decriminalized in Marion County.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You move 2 miles outside of the county and your whole life changes.
I mean, you're talking about 36,000 Hoosiers that have been arrested and gone to jail and ruined their lives in the last 4 years, I believe it is, from 16 to 22. I could be wrong about that. Go on our website. You can find the facts there. I've got pamphlets, but between like a 4-year period, there's 36,000 people. Not only are we missing out on a huge financial opportunity from an economic perspective, but we're missing out on, all those people who have destroyed their lives over this being, put in jail over this plant that we've used for medicines since ancient times.
Right.
So it's just absurd how we're destroying ourselves. So if you're not someone that partakes in cannabis and you're like, I don't think that's right for me. Every body is different. We won't judge you for that, but definitely still show up. Listen to the great music. There's going to be absolutely incredible entertainment there that night. Brandon's going to be on the DJ.
All right. I didn't know that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, you. Speaking of which, does anybody have any special requests for the DJ line?
Hell yeah. This real quick. Oh, it's shaded still. At Jeff Kelly's show at the Alley
Jeff
Cat.
Kelly show. Okay,
wow.
cool. Wow, yeah.
I think Jeff Kelly was playing for Bernie Sanders. Is that real? I'm pretty sure
That's
I saw
cool.
that.
What?
I saw a post that he was playing a show for Bernie Sanders.
Nice.
Yeah. He's an awesome dude. I love his dog too.
Yeah. Is he obviously
Moose.
still playing music?
His dog's name is Moose.
Is he in DC now? Where's he at? Where's he at?
Oh, Indiana Normal dropped. Cannabis
She said,
is
I
an
hope
exit
not.
drug, not a gateway. It's an exit from pharmaceutical and street drug dependency.
Yeah.
Or it's a gateway to freedom? No.
It's an exit drug.
Yep.
And that's proven by the decrease in opiate related fatalities. And the Journal of American Medicine put this out there that they have a 25% decrease in opiate related fatalities following reform.
I bet.
And that's like 900 Hoosiers a year that we could be saving right now. So it is definitely an exit drug.
It's astounding the impact that it has on people and how different people react to the use of it. It's like I know people, I kid you not, like if I can't be around them, you know what I mean? Like if they're not, using it, because it literally keeps them like cool and chill. And when they're not, they're just like,
Hi,
and
my name's Alicia.
hell yeah. See, and then I've seen some people where it's like super paranoia and they just can't do it. But ultimately, the reality, I can grab you another one.
Oh, no worries. You're good.
I don't know where
You're
that
good. No worries. The reality of it is what?
Yeah, the reality of it is everybody reacts to it differently, but the health like benefits of it are way like, don't smoke it, just do like the edibles or whatnot, or microdose it,
Get yourself
whatever.
a volcano.
It's one of those things where I'm not as educated about it as you, but I have the same feelings about it. And it is just so ridiculous to me. Bill Hicks had a joke in his stand-up where they were comparing somebody using alcohol instead of being under the influence of cannabis. And it's like, you're going 10 miles per hour under the speed limit, and you're rushing to get back to the house,
Waiting for the stop sign to turn green.
or so, yeah, pretty much, like, I don't know. It's kind of profound to me that something that has so much health benefits is getting beaten down by things that are a serious fucking problem.
Money, 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 money.
Or, alcohol is obviously way worse than anything, but
Yeah. Well, we had 2 historic hearings in the last 2 years. One of them, my legislator, I'm so proud of him, Mitch Gore, he stood up because he's a police officer and he also owns a bar. And so he said, to be honest, I'd rather someone have a joint than have, a drink and get behind the wheel of a car. If you're looking at this from a safety perspective of my experience in both of these spaces as a police officer, he's been an amazing advocate. He'll be at the 50th anniversary as well. But I think that's, like you're saying, why is this a Schedule 1 or a Schedule 3? Alcohol is not a Schedule 1 or a Schedule 3. This is ridiculous. It's absurd.
yeah, it's insane. So I want to like go back into the band.
Yeah.
Real
No,
quick.
no worries.
Segue. I know.
Well, the show is kind of all about, this reformative effort. So even though Indyca is playing, it is also why. I guess it's the why.
Yeah, the why.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So what is your guys' creative process like?
We all just hang out in my basement and smoke.
It's a lot like that 70s show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Alicia and I think, do a majority of the writing. Alicia's a genius lyricist, and she can just come up with stuff. For me, I have to like get hit by a car to really write some good lyrics. Yeah, something really tragic has happened to me. But I write like I don't know, 1 or 2 strong songs a year. When Alicia can just pump them out. It's crazy. So she's got so many things on the back burner right now that we're just we're just waiting to get all her stuff released. There's a lot of new stuff to come. So right now it's booming, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Well, you're writing all the guitar parts, so I mean, we're both kind of
yeah.
doing our own piece.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm a melody writer. I bring the reggae vibes.
I'd say we
You're
write
the lick writer.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we write most of our work on the road. Most of our songs have been written when we're not at home, when we're feeling inspired.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was that song we wrote in Florida?
I think we wrote
Just What to Say.
That one.
That
but
was the tornado in
Time was written in California.
Yeah, that was at Dustin's house.
Yeah. Midwest, it was perfected in Michigan.
Yeah, Midwest was figured out in Michigan. It was perfected in Ohio, Cedar Point.
So what? So Midwest. So is the song about the Midwest?
It is.
Okay, you could have a dog named Midwest.
Sure,
It's
true.
Oh, that's true. That would be an interesting name for a dog. Yeah.
So the song, are you talking about like all the cities, or what is that all about?
No.
Talking about the vibe?
Yeah, so it just talks about like being here, like in the Midwest, the ocean is our sky. Fall is paradise and summer's 4th of July. When the leaves change, parts of us die, but don't worry, nothing blooms its whole life. It's like just being here. Like you're going to have, ride the wave that doesn't exist.
Oh, it exists.
Well, yeah.
So is everybody from Indiana?
Yeah, for the most part.
Mhm. Yeah.
Man, how the hell did you get into the Reds?
Well, I grew up in Greensburg, so that was the closest real baseball
Ah,
stadium around. So
Gotcha.
that's 45 minutes for me to go catch a Reds game growing up. So that was I honestly probably, if I didn't have to pay like out of state tuition and all that, I would have ended up going to college there instead of Indy. And yeah, I would have gone that way just because that was where, that was going to the city for me growing up.
I thought maybe you were a Buckeye that ended up here.
No.
And you were a Michigan and you ended up here and you're from Indy.
Well, my dad.
You're like, how did you know, man? Wait, what's your nickname again?
She calls me Hamas.
Hamas.
Martin.
Yeah, Hamas Martin.
Hamas.
Hell yeah.
It's stuck. Now it kind of everybody calls me.
Yeah. Or Jesus,
Yeah.
So everybody's from Indianapolis.
Well, I'm kind of from all
Greensburg's
over.
maybe.
I'm a military brat, so I grew up kind of everywhere. My dad was
Everywhere.
Air Force, so yeah.
When
Alabama,
she gets drunk,
Illinois,
the Alabama
Ohio.
comes out in her.
I grew up some in Texas as well, which
Oh, yeah,
Brandon and
that's
I
true.
both. That's where we have.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
got
yeah.
Similar life.
You guys should talk about that.
You're from Southern Texas.
Yeah, well, my family is my dad's side of the family.
Okay,
from
I got you.
Southeast Texas, which is like
I've
Western
got family
Louisiana.
all over Texas as well.
So
And around the same years in the mid '90s, we were in the same area.
whoa,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I had no idea.
You want to hear
And-
something wild?
What?
I had the same thing, except I don't play in a band with him.
Hmm.
But you guys know Wayne Birch?
I love
Wayne
Wayne
Birch,
Birch.
yeah.
Yeah. The artist.
He's from Ashland County. I'm from Ashland County.
No way.
And so when I was a kid, he used to work used to be a manager at the McDonald's in my town. So I
That's
just
cool.
think, yeah, it's kind of crazy how that kind of stuff
yeah,
happens.
full circle stuff. like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
neat when it all comes together. It's fun to put those pieces together. That moment of realization.
So you guys have been to Texas quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
I've never been there.
it's a cool place.
It's a whole other country.
Yeah, and
It's
depending on what
amazing.
city you're in, it can be a totally different experience. Like from Galveston to Dallas
I
to
love
El Paso to
Austin,
Different worlds.
the Red Rock
Yeah.
Canyon.
yeah, it's all. It's
But
got
it's the
its
must see. I think all of it.
Isn't what am I thinking of? There's a city down there that's got it's booming since Jim Rogan.
Oh yeah, you think
Austin.
Austin for sure.
Yeah.
Austin's been.
I even
booming
said his
since-
name wrong.
Yeah, that's where they do
It's
South by
been-
Southwest.
Austin,
yeah.
yeah.
That's the spot.
That my nephew moved down there for a couple years.
Yeah, do you like it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He moved back to Ohio.
Oh,
so.
no. So, are you a Buckeye? Is that how you became a Reds fan?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm from just north of. Well, no, actually, no.
No,
I am Cleveland Guardians fan.
right on.
I said it right too. I usually fudge that up
Right,
nice and
right.
good. But
Nice.
I grew up in northern Ohio, closer to Akron. Really, it's exactly wherever.
Yeah.
My mom, on the other hand, is a huge Cincinnati Reds fan.
Is she?
She's the one that got me into the Reds.
That's cool.
So yeah.
De La Cruz.
That's cool. We're doing good this year.
Mm.
Yeah, that's good.
The Guardians are doing well.
I haven't been paying attention.
Reds are. I'm pretty sure they're last.
Are they?
Yeah,
Mm.
they're not doing so hot,
Wow.
but they haven't been for a while. I just hope they don't move.
They had a good run last
team.
year.
Which team? Wait, who?
Well, yeah, you just you take it. You take the wins when you get them with the Reds. You get excited because we got De La Cruz now, and it
Mhm.
feels like action happening.
Yeah, we'll see. Real quick, let's run over these comments. I don't want people to feel like we're ignoring them. All right, here we go. Cannabis is an oh, we already went over that. My bad. All right, there it is. Opiate overdoses are number one cause of death for people 18 to 40 years old now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Man. And then, of course, Peter Graves, smoke weed.
What up, Peter?
I love gummies. They work so well for me. Arthur won't let me do edibles anymore.
Aw, love you, Arthur.
And then Bob chimed in, Texas was great. Weed was cheap before legalization.
Yeah.
How is that possible? I thought it would be cheaper
Depends on which state you're in.
Yeah.
Huh.
I
Don't
mean,
go to
Illinois got
Illinois.
like a 40% tax, so don't go there. Even Illinois people are going to Michigan.
Yeah. Yep.
That was a whole adventure.
Got it. Thank you, Peter. Whatever that is, it caused us to lose sound. So,
No sound.
oh, okay. So, what was the last thing you said?
I said we have played at the Roswell, New Mexico festival once before. And
They did their annual UFO festival out there. We got to do that. That was
Mhm.
actually an interesting trip.
yeah.
Have you guys ever played like with horns in the band? Like,
Yeah. Chris Kramer
Kramer.
did a little bit of work on one of our first albums. And then he did some shows with us. I think he played a Whalers show with us. But yeah, not some, but not really a lot. Yeah.
I was thinking that at the show. I was like, man, some of these songs you could really hear the horns,
Yeah,
even though they're
yeah.
not there. You can hear them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It sounds like
We've definitely toyed with it. We, not opposed to bringing some in either. So got any good horn players out there
Hey.
like those reggae ska vibes? Hit us up.
So you got you said you played down in Roswell.
Yeah. Yep. That was a good one.
How long ago was that?
2018.
Yeah, it was a while
18 or
ago.
19. Somewhere
We
in
were
there.
told not that we weren't allowed to come back to New Mexico. So,
Just by one cop.
well, I found the real crash landing of the Roswell crash
yeah, 'cause
landing.
it's
It's
actually
not
Corona.
it's in Corona. You tell it.
All right. Well,
You
it's
tell it
actually
better than I do.
Corona, New Mexico, because the Roswell was the closest newspaper. So that was who got all the credit because they released it.
Yeah.
But so we were trying to find it. So we figure out it's Corona. We get there. We asked the lady at the truck stop kind of place or the RV park place that we stopped at to crash and camp. And she gave us directions. I
They were the
basically
wrong
gave us
way,
back,
though.
took us back to Roswell. We're like, that's not where we're trying to go. This can't be right. So we sat there on the side of the road Googling, and I think Alicia, you were the one to find it on like a Mexican government website.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a map with X's on the map, and we were able to was like, okay,
With
so
roads.
I screenshotted it and put it over, and we're looking at it next to a Google map. We're like, okay, there it is. Blah blah. Drop the pin. We start driving.
And there's like a road
after
that
gravel
ends.
road. We finally get to a stop, and there's just it's not anything fancy, but it was just a gate said stop, do not enter.
Had a keypad.
It did.
Had a camera.
The keypad looked really out of place. I was like,
It was
well, that's
weird.
technology in the middle of the desert. Like,
So I take a
it was
picture of it
weird.
because I'm like, I found it. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
found it,
And she
and it
posted it on Instagram,
pixelates
too.
in my phone.
That's not even right.
No,
Yeah,
That's not
No.
It did, but that wasn't even what was crazy because it was on our.
What?
I think it's still on the Instagram
I think
page.
it is.
If you look on our Instagram,
It
you gotta go
wasn't,
deep,
but
deep.
then after I posted it, it pixelated. So
Yeah.
it's like somebody saw that I did that, and so now the image is pixelated in there. It's crazy.
not in your phone.
Yeah,
in your
my
phone, not on the post. The post I think is still clear. The last time I checked, it
Send
might have
that
been
to
years.
me.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
find
It's in
it.
there. Yeah, it's in there. But yeah, and it didn't look like it was. You could tell pictures. Oh, that's a blurry picture. That wasn't a blurry picture. They like pixelated. Like it was.
Mhm.
Just
Put a
like
filter over
just
it.
tweak. Just like I don't know. It's
Like,
hard to.
why was it like
It was
that?
weird.
But then we got pulled over right away.
Yeah, we did. We
It-
got pulled, as soon as we got off
immediately.
the gravel roads
How
back
lo- how
onto the
long?
highway. We got
Immediately.
2
Like,
minutes and 30
two,
seconds.
It
two,
was
2 to 5
less
minutes.
than 5 minutes.
Less
yeah,
than 5
it
minutes.
was pretty quick
What-
after we got pulled over.
Why did they
They
pull you
It
over?
was
Did a
quick. I don't even remember
flashlight.
what he said. The reason was he asked us what we were doing there.
what are you doing
We
there?
were just like, oh, we're from Indiana. We don't know where we're at. Can you help us get back to Indiana?
He's like, you smell like weed. I'm gonna search the car.
Yeah, and then
And I was like,
yeah.
all right, here's
So
So he just basically took our smoke and said, "Get the hell out of New Mexico." We're like, well, our next show's in Texas anyway, so we kept going.
Yep, kept going. He said, "You're not allowed back in New Mexico, but now cannabis is legal in
So
New
we're cool
Mexico."
now. We're good. We called
is
him.
it?
Yeah.
It is now. Yeah.
So we
Yep.
can maybe we can go back now.
Yeah. Albuquerque loves us. We love Albuquerque.
Oh, we
That is a
love
fun
Albuquerque.
city to
It's
play.
crazy in Albuquerque.
They don't care. It's cool.
I've never been to
I
Mexico.
They
wanna
get down
take
and dirty
James
in
there.
Albuquerque, and they
Let
know how to have
me
fun there. Their music venue.
You guys
is
have been
like
all
that.
the cool places.
Yeah.
God dang it.
It's 15 years, man.
Man,
We're
that's
gonna go
awesome.
back. You should come.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I'm
do-
going with you.
Yeah.
Just come on tour.
Heck yeah.
We'll
That'd be
give you a
fun.
title, tour manager,
Tour manager.
driver,
Oh,
whatever you want.
gas station attendee.
Wait, you play music too, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you play
Bingo.
music.
You play in like a lot of
What do you
different
play?
bands.
Yeah, the band, like, man, I would love to play with you guys. That would be
Let's
so
do it.
cool.
Let's do it.
We
Let's
have
make it
I'm in a band called Red Lighters.
What do you
Nice.
play?
We're more like rock. I play guitar.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
I'm trying.
You lead or a rhythm guy?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. All
Yeah.
right, get
Nice.
it.
Yeah, I flirt with both sides. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I want to ask this, and I rarely ever do, but come on, we're talking about it. UAPs. What's your opinion on what they are?
Well, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you know you do it.
We'll go this way. I mean,
Let's see how
We all have our own
Obviously-
opinions on
Yeah.
this.
Look, I mean, I think it's a mixture of all three of what people think it is. I mean, yeah, there's military craft that's way advanced than we'll ever know of, or we won't know for a long time. But then there's also most likely crafts from other dimensions or throughout the universe. And then it's also just optical illusions that our brain runs with the story.
Ooh, I've seen one.
Yeah.
It was not an illusion because my buddy right next to me saw the same thing, and we both jumped at the same time. Like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, it's
What about you? At least
Here in
we got to
Indiana?
hear each person's here.
Mhm.
I'm interested.
I'm really compelled by Dr. Stephen Greer. And basically, his theology is like anything the government is trying to sell you, maybe you just consider the opposite. I think that in order to travel through space and time, you have to understand that there's like a collective consciousness. Like, you have to understand that, like, if I hurt you, it's hurting me. And just like the metaphysics beyond what that is. And that's basically what he's teaching. So, what he says is that the government is technically attacking the other side, and that there is a recreation of UFO technology. There is a recreation of that, extraterrestrial life, and maybe it's programmed to do something that's malicious, looking as if it's something that's extraterrestrial. And I think that's probably more than likely what is happening, is that it's being weaponized and put out there from the government in that fashion. So the way that it was portrayed in the most recent hearing, I was just like immediately kind of like, maybe. And I definitely believe that there is life in other planets. I mean, there's more suns in the universe than there are grains of sand on the planet.
Mhm.
So
Like, come on.
it's inevitable. There is
Oh, yeah.
life elsewhere. And that doesn't mean that there's not a God. I mean, God is so huge, he created all these things. To assume that he's small is blasphemous, right? So I think it's just incredible. That's my view.
Greetings, Earthlings. I come in peace from the different planet of Zog. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
I knew it.
I don't know, man. I believe nothing you hear and half what you see, but I trust nothing I hear on TV
Yeah.
or
Oh,
anywhere.
I stopped watching it. Yeah.
I
I
don't
stopped
know.
watching
I'll
it.
believe
watch,
it when I
like,
see it, but also I don't doubt it.
nonfiction, but
I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
debates seem pretty extraterrestrial to me.
I actually did watch that. Yeah.
We've had some
It
weird
was out of this world.
alien-esque run-ins over the years on the road too, and different things. Actually, I have some weird family ties to aliens too. In weird ways.
My theory's out there.
What's your theory?
Let's hear it.
Really? To keep it really short, mermaids.
Mermaids.
You're not wrong. And underground people, the
I
ant
just
people.
painted a mermaid.
What about ginger giants? What do you guys think about these
The-
ginger giants?
For sure.
The ginger giants.
Yeah.
I like those.
You not heard of these?
I want to hear more about the mermaids.
Notes.
Sorry.
Notes.
Notes. Look up the ginger giants. I must be like from them. I come from the giants.
I come from the Giants. San Francisco or New York?
Oh.
It's fun, huh?
New York.
Well, like what era of the New York Giants?
Yeah, exactly. It just depends.
We'll go Eli era, maybe.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
So
Yeah.
I my theory is that the planet's billions of years old, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's us.
Yeah.
Except it's not. It's let's go 3.5 million years ago, a society of humans just like us grew beyond our technology and to a point where they were able to have quantum computing in a flying object with artificial intelligence that would protect the earth. And they have been here dormant since 1942. They were no longer dormant because their sensors went off because a nuclear bomb was blasted in the United States.
Oh, interesting.
That tracks.
I've definitely heard theories around the nuclear explosions. Whether they were here or there or somewhere, but that's what warranted the.
Isn't that part of the
that's the first time I've heard that one.
Transformers
That's cool.
thing?
It's
You know-
logic.
You know what theory I like to,
but it's out there.
I like the one that that some alien race came here and made some hybrids with an animal here and then mined the planet for a resource like gold or something, and they're like, all right, well, I think I'm done here, and you guys here's some books, see ya. They just left us to do our thing.
Hell yeah.
But,
The thing is, to me, is like a living creature cannot travel at the speeds that these things are traveling at.
yeah, that's
And
what they take
at
like
the
an AI or
last
something.
at the last court cases that they had or whatever with the CIA document release, they're basically they're preparing us.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
what about the Higgs boson? Right. If we're going to talk about things that travel super fast, you say no living thing can travel that fast, but
There's no way.
the Higgs boson particle actually travels between every known thing in the known universe
Oh,
and back and forth. All
I know what
within the
you're
same
talking
instant.
about.
So that's the particle, and that's a scientific thing. I mean, I guess I'm not a scientist. This is
Nor am I.
YouTube videos that
Nor
I've
am I.
watched. Smarter people than me have
None
tried
of- yeah.
explaining this.
None of this is fact checked, by the way.
Yeah.
What I just said to you is just something that I've just
It's just when you think of stuff like that, you're like, oh, okay, well, that takes you outside of, oh, well, how fast do things move?
yeah.
There's
physics,
actually
yeah,
particle
fuck.
physics, and you're like, well, then there's that energetic field and the greater consciousness, God, whatever you want to call it, or it's a field that is energy. We're all riding the different waves.
And I think that we really, as a group, like as a normal group, as a group of bandmates that comes together, like our community of people has that like collective consciousness kind of vibe. Like I feel like everybody that we're around is constantly emanating like this, just like higher vibration of just like, hey, what can I do to help? How can we be involved and things like that? And I love that about this community. I think that
Yes.
if anybody attends this event that we're going to be playing at, the Indiana Normal 50th anniversary, that they will feel that extraterrestrial vibe. I mean, James usually paints an alien in every single one of his
It
paintings. So
happens.
I guess that's how it's relative too. But I wanted to catch up on some of the comments though too.
Look at there's even a saucer on the flyer.
Yeah, for sure. That's
There you go.
it's there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's check out these comments. I can't keep up with them. Let's see. Perks Up Aliens is where I left off. Snowden warned us.
Mhm.
For sure. we
Kokomo
did.
is a hot spot. Seen several weird things there in the sky. I actually just wrote a song about that, Shannon,
Get there fast and
with
take it slow.
Mr. Barker. How does this even matter when it comes to normal in Indiana, honestly?
That's
It's
the
a
one.
podcast, guys. We were conversating. Sorry. Just curious. Oh, because we got how did we get into that? Oh, we were talking about Texas and then
Oh.
something.
Oh, we were
Bradley.
talking about touring at New Mexico as a band.
Oh,
Indyca.
yeah.
We went into this. Yeah.
It all
I
leads
just
to
had to
aliens.
ask. By the way,
Yeah.
the show by technicality is drugs, sex, rock and roll, and paranormal.
Oh,
love
cool.
Oh, that makes
So,
sense.
Cool.
yeah.
So that's how it got there, David.
Yeah.
That explains why we're
we
here.
rarely
It's in
ever,
the name.
it rarely ever happens, but we do have some people that want to believe.
And you also do a lot of things with Nuvo as well, and you've got an incredible reach. So you're really helping us out by promoting our upcoming 50th anniversary at Hi-Fi on July 20th.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be a fun one. Giants of Condor are ginger.
Oh, right on.
Get it, Peter?
There's only room for one of us in this town.
I see there's a Jungian on the panel tonight.
What's a what?
A Jungian.
Please elaborate, Peter.
Please, Peter. Elaborate for us.
I think they're talking about you, Brandon.
Most likely. I'm usually the target.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I lost my monitor, so I can't see the comments.
I see part two.
I only said 1942 because I can never. Oh, you can't? Oh, I'm
No.
sorry, guys.
And
Yeah, it says Carl
Carl
Jung.
is it Young or Jung? I bet
Yeah,
it's
probably
Young.
Young.
I bet it's Young.
1942, same year, cannabis was removed from all medical journals.
Mm.
Journals. They look. We destroying, killing everything. Keep on moving.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Universal subconsciousness.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Carl Young. I'm Googling this guy.
We're all one. I would. I'm more on that
He was
too.
a psychiatrist.
We're more one
Mhm.
than what people realize. We're actually all connected, like for sure.
We're one beam of light, and we're just all different shades of it, trying to understand why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all the same.
The
light
answers,
beam.
though, you never know.
Never know.
So, here in Indiana, the most dangerous part of cannabis is having possession of it. Amen.
Straight up, William.
So let's go ahead. We're at the halfway mark. Let's do actually, let's go ahead and you guys want to put the video out?
Yeah, please.
Sure.
That'd be fantastic. Thank
And
you.
what's the name of this song?
Not mine.
It's just about not judging other people.
It's not mine.
Gotcha.
Not mine to say.
All right, guys. Here is Not Mine by Indyca.
We are just people on this world and we're all equal. When will you understand that? Or when you understand that our decisions don't define who we are? That you don't learn from your scars. That you don't learn from your scars. But it's not mine to say. If the Lord would have it that way, it's not mine to say. If you should be judged that way, it's not mine to say. If the Lord would have it that way, it's not mine to say. So I don't say nothing, but I don't say nothing.
Your imaginary friend ain't better than mine. You can't just use religion to justify your crime, and now you're asking for forgiveness. I couldn't believe your lack of conviction to make me roll up my sleeve. I said you're easy, the logic, they call it common sense. You say so many lies if you tear down the fence.
Tear down the fence, say.
Monotony has got to be what's stopping me from prophecy. It's blocking your philosophy, not bound to be your destiny. So
But it's not mine to say. If the Lord would have it that way, it's not mine to say. If you should be touched that way, it's not mine to say. If the Lord would have it that way, it's not mine to say. So I don't say nothing, but I don't say nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. The apathy inspired me, sparked onto my anxiety. To conspire against propriety, we absently promote atrophy. Catastrophe is not blasphemy. So the anatomy of this masterpiece, the nasty essentially conceived the faculty withstand, but we tactfully. The Illuminati make after me. The rubber strategies that might actually have the audacity to move the stagnancy. But how dare me? Cause I'm with the light. Walk among shadows of submitted sight. So the words of figures that I do not fight. But it's not mine to say. If the Lord would have it that way, it's not mine to say. If you should be judged that way, it's not mine to say. If the Lord would have it that way, it's not mine to say. I don't say nothing, I don't say nothing, nothing else.
That was Not Mine by Indyca. And let's go ahead and do that real quick. Sorry, guys. There we go. Yes, so that was. There we go.
Oh,
I don't think they could hear, but we could
Oh.
totally hear that.
Genius. Someone
It's
with an English
quite
accent.
delicious.
Not being informed, the highest degree of accuracy. I hesitate to articulate. And I'm just kidding.
So yeah, sorry about that, guys. That was Not Mine by Indyca. You could find that out there. YouTube. What's your at?
Indyca Music. INDYCA MUSIC.
Right on.
Indyca Music.
And again, they are going to be playing on the 20th at Hi-Fi with OKBAF. Go ahead.
It's gonna be
Bulletproof
OKBA.
the Fool.
For the 50th anniversary of Indiana Normal. It's going to be badass. I'm trying to see how much it
Brought
costs.
to us. Oh, it's $15. It's 21 and older. And it's brought to us by Viridis Law and Wild Eye Dab Lounge. And I don't know if anybody's familiar, but you can go to Wild Eye Dab Lounge and get a dab, chill out, hang out. Also higher grade. Everybody pretty much in the whole vicinity that's connected to cannabis in Fountain Square, the Hometown Apothecary, they're all sponsoring to be at this event. They're going to be giving away, we're going to be doing giveaways, and I'm even going to do a map so everybody can see all the supporting different shops that'll be right nearby. Wild Eye will be doing a before and an after party, and then they'll have all kinds of vendors set up there too, because we filled up with vendors so quickly this year. It was absolutely unbelievable. I couldn't even keep up with it. So I called Wild Eye. I was like, what can we do? And they said, well, let's just do a before and an after party, and we'll put everybody in our parking lot. It'll be great, because it's just across the street from the Hi-Fi, this dab lounge that sponsored this. So definitely check out all the different things that'll be happening. I'm sending out an email blast that'll have the map of all the community events that'll be happening around the 50th anniversary. But basically Fountain Square is just going to be like green light, July 20th.
Hell
Craziness. Yeah.
I even did it. I did a little, I call it, That's What's Up.
Mhm.
It's the thing that I just started, and I kept wanting to say 420 or April 20
720.
because so I just kept doing that. But what was the name of the dab? You said it was dab.
Wild Eye.
So it's
Wild
Wild
Eye
Eye, but
Wellness.
also we're sponsored by Mako, Mako Hemp Company. They actually work together collaboratively a lot. They're both really leaders in the industry, Mako Dab Lounge and Wild Eye Dab Lounge. And then higher grade, they're right there. And then the Hometown Apothecary is right there too.
So how does that work in Indiana exactly?
Ryan Mears, we've got the decriminalization, and of course we've got the farm bill. And did you have something to say about that?
I was going to say they're isolating cannabinoids and things, and dancing around. The important thing is we're setting the groundwork for what's going to be.
I got you. So we did turn the AC on, guys, at home that's watching, in case you're wondering why the noise is a little higher. So also fireworks are popping off.
I can hear them.
I wanted to keep the AC on, but once they started popping off, I was like, yeah, let's just turn it back on.
Loud
It got
anyway.
hot fast.
It did.
It did not hold. It did not
I
hold.
tried to hold my breath as long as I could.
Just let it
Texas
loose.
blood though. I don't mind it at all. It's like a sauna. I'm still thawing out from winter.
Man, I'd rather freeze, but
I'm fat boy. Yeah, take me to the north, man.
yeah.
I like Michigan.
Yeah.
You like Michigan?
We were
love
just in the
Michigan.
UP, and it was like 50 degrees.
Oh, so nice.
Crazy.
Well, except for the bugs. The bugs when it's still wet in the UP.
So
Mosquitoes are vicious.
let's think. Let's cover this. So Kentucky, it's
Right now, medicinal.
medicinal.
Yeah. We're surrounded right now
Okay.
by legal states in one way or another.
You know how they always say like the Bible Belt?
Yeah.
It like we're in the Bible Belt.
We're the Bible Belt
And it's-
buckle now.
Well, no, we're no, dude. Now we're the fucking. Like when you grow into a belt and maybe you lose some weight, and that the tip of it rips off. That's what Indiana is. Everybody else is on the marijuana train or the cannabis train,
Yeah.
and we're the part of the belt that broke off. Man,
Yeah.
Missing out.
yeah. Hopefully this changes.
New governor.
Yeah.
We've got, it's an election year. It's really important to vote. It's also probably more important to contact your local legislator and just like tell them why you think it's important, because they work for you. A lot of people don't realize they actually work for us. They need to be making laws based on what the public wants.
Yeah,
Amen.
instead of worrying about which person is going to be the commander in chief, we should be paying more attention to our local senators and House reps and whatnot.
Yeah.
And being more focused on those people, because those are the people that actually affect our lives on a daily basis. So not that the higher ups don't, but
Yeah.
there's so much hyper focus on, which side of this and this, that we're not even paying any attention to like what, the sheriff of Madison County or Marion County or Hancock County are doing, or the judges that we put into place and whatnot. So there's those fireworks. But yeah,
Freedom.
go out and vote, make changes. Let's go.
And if you have any questions about who your local legislator is, if you go to indiananormal.org, you can actually find your legislator on there. And it'll give you who your state rep is. It'll even give you more information than just who your local rep is, your senator, all kinds of stuff.
That's indiananormal.org.
And normal is spelled without an A. It's for the National Organization for the Reformation of Marijuana Laws.
Fully aware. Hell
Heck
yeah. Now I don't think I'm ever going to spell normal right again. I love saying it though, especially if you say it backwards, like National Organization Marijuana Reformation Laws.
The Reefer Nation Law, what?
Like it kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know, it just sounds cool.
Yeah.
But I'm a big dork. So yeah, I just put that website up there for you. Been
Thank you,
fun
thank you.
coffee and a joint tonight. Thanks. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Bob. Get it.
Old
I love
Bob.
coffee and a
hi
joint.
right now. I have no idea what's going on.
It's my favorite soundbite. Henry County being decent got to be a dumbass, go to jail for cannabis here. That sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So what would you guys do if you weren't doing music or painting?
I'd be too hyper focused on our business.
I'd be miserable.
Yeah. Got to channel that, right? I think so many people are having mental health issues because they're not channeling that creativity.
Right.
It's like there's something beautiful inside of you. Don't forget to exercise that inspiration.
Absolutely.
I'd probably try to start a cult or something.
A cult?
Hey, you know, everybody's got a purpose. I'd follow you.
There's only one person here with a red hat. Oh my gosh.
It's not that.
Do you want, should we start it now? Start the cult now. I'll go get my Reds hat, put it on. The Cincinnati Reds hat cult. So yeah. You said something and I lost it because of the Reds joke. What was that last thing that you
I'm
said?
gonna start a cult. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, that's right. So do you guys run a promotions company?
We do.
Yeah, yep.
Mhm.
Okay, and what's the name of the promotions company?
Light Matter Promotions. We just help small businesses, and medium sized and even large businesses at this point, grow their businesses through like search engine marketing. But yeah.
How long have you guys been doing that?
Let's see. I got into marketing in 2007 or 8. Yeah, probably.
2016 is when we got established because of the Irvington Halloween Festival, their official after party. We started promoting that event. Indiana Normal has actually been there the last 2 years too. But it's pretty incredible. There's usually 50 to 70,000 people that attend the day festival. So we put on an after party. We do it every year. It's just a lot of fun, but we had to get we had to get an LLC. We had to do all these things for that. And then when COVID happened, we really just had to transition. We love helping small businesses. This has been really effective for our sponsors that have been involved. So let's just make it a full-time career, And so it was great. He had an incredible marketing background before we even started it. So he's really the backbone of that space.
What would you say like the number one draw for new clients is? For your company?
Our search engine marketing.
Probably our own services, what we do for other people, what we do for ourselves, the same.
So like keyword terms and phrases like,
search engine optimization.
Dispensary near me, for example. But it's mostly service industry like plumbers, HVAC, these kind of guys. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
So what do you guys not do?
Watch a lot of TV?
Yeah, we
don't watch much TV.
Oh yeah.
Kill Tony.
Yeah, we watch a lot of Kill Tony.
Do you guys really?
I don't.
Oh man.
I never would.
It's wild, ain't
It's
it?
crazy.
It is so crazy.
I like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's out there.
Are you guys big stand-up fans?
Yeah, we are.
Oh man, I grew up on it.
Yeah.
Both of my parents were like huge stand-up fans,
Yep.
SNL fans.
Who's your favorite?
I'll watch it.
Stand-up?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, ultimately, like if I got stuck in a hotel for 30 days with a broken TV and there's only one VHS in there, and it's got to be a stand-up, it probably Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Bill.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Nice.
I like Killing Them Softly. Dave Chappelle is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
You guys
Dave
saw that
Chappelle,
special?
yeah.
That was one of the best.
Dave Chappelle.
We did the Sesame Street. You've been late 4 times. I've been counting.
Robin Williams. I could probably listen.
Oh, yeah,
man.
Robin Williams is classic.
Man, yeah, for whatever reason, not a Robin Williams home, but I sure as heck loved his shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, Dave Chappelle, I love that show that he did.
Yeah, he had a good show for a while. Honestly, I liked him better. Like he's in like Robin Hood Men in Tights and like, all kinds of stuff
Half-Baked.
back in the Half Baked. Yeah, it was like
I want to talk to Sans. That's gotta be my favorite line. No,
if I
no.
wasn't Jamaican, why would I be wearing this hat?
I just love how Chappelle can like say something so powerful and like capture the whole room, and everybody's just sitting there going, wait, he's not a comedian. He's actually moving us in a whole direction. And then he's like, and so I kicked her in the pussy. And then everybody's like, oh, no, there's Dave. All right. Yeah.
It's just, crazy. Yeah. And they're getting crazier as time rolls. So, like, man, speaking of, like, if you guys could collaborate with an artist in Indyca, who would you guys want to work with? Who's your go-to? Like, do a collab.
Nas.
Nas would be cool.
All right, Alicia says Nas.
Yeah. Man, like realistic or like in Mick world?
I mean, everything's realistic as long as you believe.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Well,
So-
you know.
Yeah, all right. The Dolly Mama, the first one.
Imagination.
Yeah.
Man.
Doing a song with one of the Marleys. Like,
That would be cool.
amazing.
Brad Noel's son Jacob is
Oh, wow.
back with Eric and Bud, and they're touring and stuff, or at least
Yeah.
playing some shows. I saw. So
I'm pretty sure they're
being
doing
able to
Ryan
link
Fest,
up
yeah.
with
They are.
Jacob and get him to
Yeah.
do some stuff on a track would be pretty cool. That'd be
No way. What about you, James?
Painting live for that show right there. That'd be amazing. Yeah. We can make that happen.
Heck yeah.
There's a new song with Sublime that has Brad Noel.
Yeah, it's got some old tracks of his, Stick Figure and Jacob, and
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I love that
You like that?
Panic song they did.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. I love that song.
Yeah.
That
Panic
was
good.
That was back in the day, though.
Yeah. Which one are you saying? Panic?
Yeah, Panic.
Was that with Rome?
Yeah, that was with Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this new one I'm talking about is called Feel Like That.
Feel like that?
Feel Like
Yeah,
That.
check out Feel Like That. It's got Stick Figure in it. It's got
Brad.
some old unreleased stuff from Brad.
Oh,
Some
that's
of it's
right.
released. Some of I've heard in like
It's
some
It's really
rare,
good, yeah.
Whatever discs or something I've got over the years. But yeah, some of it was unreleased to my knowledge anyway. It's cool.
Man, there was a band that they used to play with back when Rome was doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like slipping on my tongue what band that is, but I love that fucking album.
Which one?
I swear it's like something Brats or something. I don't know. They were kind of big there for a hot minute, but they were like kind of like a reggae style.
Yeah.
Man, it'll come to me.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool, that's
the
cool.
worst with fucking names, like band names, movie names.
I think of bands
people's-
that were touring
yeah.
with them. I don't know.
Maybe I'll think of
Could
it.
be
They tour with them for quite a bit. So if you could open for any act, what act would you love to open for?
Let's see.
That's you.
She's gonna say Nas.
Probably Tribal Seeds. I love Tribal Seeds.
Oh yeah, Tribal Seeds would be kick ass.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be fun. No.
We've opened for
Tiny
Tropodelic,
Tim.
The Elevators. We love them. We love Bumpin' Uglies.
Yeah.
We've opened for him.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you think?
I
If
don't
you
know.
could think of any. Oh, Modest Yahoo. That's easy. Modest Yahoo.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I would do that.
Dirty Heads.
yeah,
Oh, Dirty
would
Heads.
be
Yeah, I
good.
love Dirty Heads. Of
Yeah,
course.
that would be
Slightly
cool.
Stupid.
Oh, Stupid would probably be my top, honestly.
Revolution.
I love that album they put out. It was in
one?
like 2012. I got hooked. I just
Which
listen to it all the time. Dirty Heads.
Oh, Dirty Heads. Yeah.
Wait, is that it? It's got to be Dirty Heads. Why else would I think Dirty Heads?
Yeah, they.
Oh, that toured with Sublime. Yeah, they toured with them quite a bit.
Okay,
for
cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Shoo.
Of course, Pepper. Pepper's probably up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
Pepper.
I was trying to think of another painter I would like to, and I'm sitting there going, I don't really know any painters that do anything like that. But what I would like to see is more people painting at shows.
Oh, that'd be
And
cool.
I would love to eventually have a painter section where there's just easels and canvases and there's some sort
What
of
if you did like a paint party at the
We're not
show? You
gonna
have
tell
yes,
the
people
venues
painting with
either.
us. It'd have to be like a festival
We're
situation.
just gonna bring
That'd
a
be cool.
tarp and set it in the
Yeah.
in the beginning of the show, not telling anybody, not saying anything. Why are they putting a tarp on?
People just don't realize how good it feels to create, especially when you've got the music telling you how to move your body. Just slap the paint on there and let it go.
Hell yeah.
Love it as it is, and then do
Yeah.
the same to yourself in your life.
It is definitely a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah. I don't.
It's a vibe.
Yeah. I was like, man, this is.
We had people from the deaf community come up several times at
I've
different
seen it boil,
shows
yeah.
and tell us, hey, we
That
can
is so
experience
cool.
this show more because we're watching this painting process. Like when we were at Cedar Point, there were people that were at the bar talking about how they had heard that, and then there was people with a deaf family members, and they were like, hey, let's go out there and see that show. And I was like, think how cool that is, you know, that all of a sudden they were like, hey, wait,
Art
there's-
becomes more inclusive.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I just, one of those purposes I didn't even know I had, but to find it, it's very fulfilling for my soul. 100%.
Hell yeah. So you remind me of something. Earlier, we were talking about your set on Saturday, and have you guys ever experienced, like, have you ever went to a venue or a show or just somewhere in general, and when you're in there, you get this vibe. It's like, I don't know, like if I feel like I'm standing out or I don't belong here, or have you ever experienced that kind of vibe?
Most
My
of my
whole
life.
life, but I have red hair, so
Yeah. I've had extreme anxiety, so I always felt like an outsider.
Well, I say that because I've experienced that where I've gone to shows and it's just like I felt like, man, the vibe in here just doesn't. But the vibe when I was at your show, it was like you could just feel it, like
The
love, like everybody.
They love each other.
Yeah, it was like it was a beautiful
Yeah.
experience,
cool.
and I know that sounds very bland, but I've been to like so many venues and I've seen so many fucking bands to a point, you know what I mean? Like photography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, the vibe, I was just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate
When we
it.
went outside, same feeling.
Really?
Like, yeah, like everybody there was just there to have fun
Yes.
and listen to music and
Mhm.
dance. It was just, you could just, the vibe was so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It says a lot about your experience, and it also says a lot about help me out, fucking
Aliens.
Mousetrap.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mousetrap is
Hell
an
yeah.
incredible venue.
The Mousetrap is magical.
It is.
Every time I've painted,
You get lost in the trap.
The set is always magical. The paintings are always like way out of our
Feels
norm.
very genuine.
Mm.
Like very genuine. Like
Appreciate
everybody
it.
just there for the fucking music, and the experience is really cool. So
Yeah.
just wanted
It's
to
good
throw
to
that
hear.
out there.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You know, ADHD mind plus all this going on. It kind of slipped, and you, James, made me think of that. So
Shout out
Thank
to
you.
Batya, right? Batya was and Brenna and
Was she there?
Megan and oh yeah, all the
Those
chicks that just like made it a rad night.
it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like
people
girl
made
power.
custom shirts for you.
Yeah, somebody, my friend Megan, she made a custom shirt for me that had my name on it, and I was like, I'm gonna cry.
That
I
is
love you so much,
awesome.
Megan Baum. Shout out.
Well, we are starting to run a little short on time,
Yeah.
so I want to hit you guys with some the killer question,
Uh-oh.
the big
Sure.
one.
Here we go.
I'm scared.
We'll start with you, James, and then
Okay.
we'll work this way. What's the best advice anybody's ever given you?
Mm,
I'm
wow.
so nice to you two.
You know what?
I'm really hard on him right now.
No. Actually, I mean, I don't know if it's the best, but some of the ones that's really stuck was, well, one, don't take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with. You know, that really helps because lots of people have advice to give you. Everybody's got some sort of opinion on what you should do with your life, but they're not doing it for their life. So I'd say that.
I've never heard that one. I had to write it down. Good shit.
You're welcome.
But yeah, that's awesome.
You thought you were putting him in the pressure cooker, and he
Yeah,
delivered.
it's a
Yeah.
tough one.
I
That is
live
tough.
in the now.
I can't wait for my turn.
You can't catch me off guard.
Hell yeah. What about you, Alicia?
My best advice is from my dad. Find something that very few people want to do and then get really good at it. So I decided to volunteer for a nonprofit. No, but
Been there, done that.
that is a good advice, I think, in life.
What was it again?
Find something that very few people want to do, and then be good at it. Do it really well.
Hell yeah. That's a good one too.
If you want to be good at anything, you just have to fail at it.
Also, if
until
you're
good.
yeah, I'm sorry at that. You
That's it.
just have to fail at it. I thought you were done with it after that. I was like, yeah,
You
exactly.
just have to fail at it.
You just have to
over
fail
and
at
over
it.
and over.
But that's true.
And you'll be really good.
If you're gonna be stupid, you better be tough.
Hell yeah. I've heard that one though.
Yeah, Indiana.
Hey, I graduated from Warren. So
Yep. You
no.
know.
I moved here from Ohio, and I was like a B student in Ohio.
Yeah.
And I moved here,
Eh?
and I passed the CCAT right in Ohio. My freshman year, class like a couple percent, and then I moved here, and I took the whatever. What is it called?
SAT?
The
Oh, the I-STEP.
I-STEP, yeah.
And it was like A student, dude. A student at Warren Central.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening? That's another thing. That's another thing we need to work on here in Indiana is our education
Y'all
system.
help Indiana.
We need
Yeah.
need some focus on that too. But yikes, yeah. Sorry, I dropped that one.
I went to a lot of public school.
Only half of my class graduated.
Yeah. Wow.
I doubt it's gotten better, but they do have a killer turf football stadium.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah. That was a big deal when that happened because they canceled a ton of the art classes.
Ridiculous.
Some people lost their jobs, but whatever.
You know what? Here's my opinion too on art teachers. And art teachers are like, no, don't do this. But I'm like, if all of the teachers and all of the different types of classes they teach, if they were to work with the art teachers, say, how can we incorporate art into our lesson plan? Because people learn so much better through play, and like statistics have shown that. So put art in all the classrooms, not just one classroom for a half hour and you make a craft. You got to be creative in all elements.
Yeah.
Opinion.
We need more teachers, that's for sure.
For sure.
Brandon?
Probably don't let your meat loaf. Really, I mean,
I'm gonna do it, dude. That was so good.
I've been thinking about it honestly. I've never had any good advice. No, I'm just kidding.
No, best advice you've ever been given.
No, so given probably was from my dad, honestly, and it was in regards to kind of following my passion of entrepreneurship and not suckling the man's teat any longer. And he told me that you're going to spend the rest of your life working really hard, either for yourself or someone else, and only one's really rewarding.
Facts.
Yeah. I wish I had taken that advice.
It's
never too late.
Yeah.
Right now.
Never know.
Yeah.
Never know. We'll see one
You
day.
can do it.
Yeah, I did pizza for 20 years. And man, did I make them a lot of money. Yeah. Good advice. That is for damn sure. So if you're just tuning in, guys, this is members of Indyca. We're going to be playing on July 20th at the Hi-Fi for the 50th anniversary of Indiana Normal. And they will be performing with OKB, AF, and Alicia.
Bulletproof the Fool. Assorted flavors.
I don't know where you're seeing that. You're kicking my ass on this. I have no idea where you're seeing it, but
And OK Boomer.
is that so? That's a band.
Yeah.
OK Boomer.
OK Boomer. They're gonna do like
boomers.
That's genius.
Doing their boomer music.
I'll
It's our buddies, guys.
as soon as
they're pretty good.
Every time I hear Boomer, I automatically think of Bill Levin.
Oh yeah.
And do you know why?
Why?
Because I fucking made this this little what do you call it, meme? I made this meme, and it had something to do with Boomer. I can't remember it because it's been so long, but I used I used his photo, and I'm the type that's like, better to ask for forgiveness later and just do the damn thing. But I was like, no, I better check. And so I messaged him. I'm like, hey man, I got this pretty funny joke about being a boomer. Is it cool if I use your picture? He's like, fuck yeah, dude. You always can, man. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, what was I thinking? Of course, fucking Bill won't give a shit.
Oh yeah, he's
I love
awesome.
Bill.
He's helped a lot over the years with us growing into the space and stuff. But it is a really eclectic lineup. I will say that with us, and then there's OK Boomer. Assorted Flavors is kind of like a rock jam band kind of situation, and then Bulletproof the Fool is definitely hip hop. And they're actually playing with Mayday, who's an incredibly
That's so cool.
talented national band.
Mayday's coming to Maryland Rose.
Yeah, they are.
So cool.
So
Yeah,
crazy.
I know. I was so
Oh, we
glad.
never even got to talk. Yeah, shit.
So those are all the you need to be on your own podcast here.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I'll have to get
Yeah,
on
You could be
we'll
on
get
like
it
a
done.
series of podcasts.
I'll paint while we do it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that would be
That's cool.
awesome.
Let's go.
That would be really cool.
Hell yeah.
But it's really eclectic. So everyone from all walks of life will find something that they enjoy from an entertainment perspective.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I didn't know that you had a hip hop group in there.
Yeah, they're really, really big too. And every band is donating their time. So I think that's why it's so crucial to kind of like share their information and go find these bands, like them, follow them, because they're the true, foot soldiers out here right now, a part of the social movement, helping generate funding for this.
And again, I want to throw this up there, and just in case you guys missed it, this is the flyer for the show. Oh, let me take this little banner down real quick. It's covering something.
Oh, can I say one other
no,
thing
that's
too?
cool.
About the art community that you like promote for? Most of our members are actually artists. I think it's somewhere around like 55 to 60% of the membership base are starving artists. So it's like, why can't more people get involved? Go to indiananormal.org and join as a member, because right now the art community is really, we're the ones that are kind of generating a lot of this funding. And it would be great to get more demographics involved. But it's been great so far.
I appreciate you pointing that out. Thank you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Thanks, Marilyn Rose.
Hell yeah. I want to talk about that so much. Oh, you have no idea. Because I never get I get more musicians than artists. I mean, physical artists. However you say it, you know what I mean? So I definitely want to talk after the podcast a little bit, and I'll get you scheduled.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll come back. I'll have to have my band play with me while I paint, so you might have to see them again too.
Let's go.
That's a package deal, man. We don't perform without each other.
Heck yeah, that's cool.
Weird.
That's cool. But yeah, so we are running out of time.
Be there, be square.
Yep, be there, be square. July 20th. Just one more time. July 20th at the High Five.
We appreciate you.
Hey, yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. And I usually do this at the beginning of the show, but I forgot. And I forgot. So
for that.
every podcast, I give the gift of VHS.
What?
Yes. So everybody's leaving with a VHS.
Did you pre-pick them, or did you wait till
I
you learned our
pre-pick them.
personalities?
I actually have a
pre-pick,
VCR.
all right.
You guys
Yeah.
have VCR?
Like I'm just I
Can't wait. I hope
All
I
right.
get Harry and the Hendersons.
All right, here we go. So let's see how well I nail this. So Brandon, I grabbed you, Rugrats in Paris.
Hell yeah.
I'm so jealous.
That's a good one.
That's amazing.
You know what? How about I not throw the VHS? I don't know.
I was a good throw.
That was a good
Just gonna
yeah,
steal
that worked.
Alicia, all dogs go to heaven.
How'd you
Oh,
know?
wow.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be crying.
Honestly, by the way, I thought that was
Because I
the
look like Chucky.
I thought that was the. Oh, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, it's going above your head.
I'm ready for it.
Oh, but it was
I
short.
caught it, and it looks like I hurt the mic, but I didn't.
Oh no, you're not gonna hurt any of that crap.
It's a sure.
All right,
Throw those things.
and
off
I didn't know what to do, so I was like, all right. I'm gonna get a funny one. I think this is funny.
Oh, these were serious.
Oh yeah, very serious.
Very serious.
Chuck Norrison,
Oh, dude.
Stop,
top dog.
Top dog.
bro.
I
Are
am
you
the top dog.
serious? Are you serious right now? Movie night.
Thank you.
How did I
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That was a
That
good
was
thread.
nice.
If we invite you over for a movie night to watch these 3 movies, would you do
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
It'd be like a movie.
Yeah.
One
One's
day.
tough. One's
Movie
smart.
day.
Movie day.
Movie and soup day. It'll be great.
They're licensed for action.
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. So anything else you want to throw out there before we roll?
IndycaMusic.com, INDYCA, MUSIC.
IndycaMusic.com.
Love you.
Thank you.
Heck yeah, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for making this long freaking drive. And we'll get you. Yeah, thank you everybody at home for
Thanks for tuning in.
out there in the
the webs.
realm.
Megan
All
Hopkins,
your
I
little
love
personal
you.
clouds.
Interesting. That was weird. Yeah, thank you everybody that tuned in. And again, thank you guys for making the drive. So we will see you at Hi-Fi July 20th.
Yes,
See
you
you
will.
then.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, guys.
I don't want to go to school, I don't want to go to work. I don't want a bunch of clock, I don't